Namaste, this is JV Dr. Vishal Saxena, Associate Professor in Mathematics and Statistics in Faculty of Agriculture Science, Jayoti Vidyapeeth Women's University, Jaipur. Today I am going to discuss on a module analysis of covariance, and this module analysis of covariance is an important part of the ANOVA. It is a part of the course research methodology and biostatistics, and this course is a part of the program BPT 6th semester, Bachelor of Physiotherapy 6th semester, and B-Optometry 6th semester of the university, as well as it is an important component of the various other courses of the university and the other universities. As all we know that the ANOVA is a very important topic of statistics and the biostatistics, which will just help us to test for the more than three samples at a time. So and which is unable to given by any other test. T-distribution also just explain it, but it will not give so accurate results as ANOVA. And ANOVA is having the different parts, different components like one-way ANOVA, two-way ANOVA, factorial ANOVA, and analysis of covariance. So these are the various components are there. And thus we take in the today's session the concept of the analysis of covariance and what are its practical utility. Analysis of covariance just can be taken as like the blend or the mixture of the ANOVA and the regression analysis. So it is a blend of the ANOVA and the regression. So that's why it will give it can be taken as like extension part of the ANOVA and the analysis ANOVA and the regression. So just it can be taken as similar to the factorial ANOVA also, and it will give the additional information by considering the independent variable at a time and without influencing the components of the other variables. So this ANOVA, this analysis of covariance is a very important part, having the very important practical applications. So now we share some slides to explain more with some examples. Initially, analysis of covariance is defined there. Analysis of covariance is used in examining the differences in the mean values of the dependent variables that are related to the effect of the controlled independent variables while taking into account the influence of uncontrolled independent variables. So just we can define like it as it will be helpful in examination of finding the differences in the mean values of the dependent variable, and these are which are related to the effect of the controlled independent variables while taking into the consideration of the influence of uncontrolled independent variables. So just it is a mixture of the regression and the ANOVA part, and where just we can define it as like it will give the additional information when we consider the independent variable at a time, and taking the other variables, taking the influence of the other variables are not included there. So that is the part of the analysis of covariance, and now we see how can it be used The analysis of covariance is used in the field of business. The analysis of covariance is a very important part, and so many applications can be defined there. So we are taking some important it's a practical applications. So one of the practical application is their business, and this document will detail the usability of the analysis of covariance in market research. It can be used to determine the variation in the intention of the consumer to buy a particular brand with respect to the levels, different levels of price, and the consumer's attitude towards that brand. And analysis of covariance can be used to determine how a change in the price level of a particular commodity will affect the consumption of the commodity by the consumers. So we can explain it like as this can be used, this can be applied to determine how a change in the price level of the particular commodity. So if we are having a particular commodity and we change the price, then how it will affect the consumption of that commodity by the consumers. So means with the change of the price for the particular commodity, how it will affect the consumption of the commodity by the consumers, as we can see in our daily practical life. When the prices increases or when prices decreases, then the consumption of that commodity will be affected by that. Analysis of covariance consists of at least one categorical independent variable and at least one interval natural independent variable. So it is consisting at least one categorical independent variable and at least one interval naturated independent variable. Now some assumptions should be taken to apply this test analysis of covariance. So what are the assumptions which should be taken before applying this test? The variance in analysis of covariance that is being analyzed must be independent. So the variance, the variables which are taking here, the variance is taking, that should be independent. In the case of more than one independent variable, so when we take more than one independent variable, the variance in analysis of covariance must be homogeneous. Then it should be homogeneous in nature within each cell that is formed by the categorical independent variables. So next point is that the data should be drawn from the population by means of random sampling in analysis of covariance. So that means for this analysis of covariance, the data which we are drawing from the population should be drawing from the population by means of the random sampling. So just we have to apply only random sampling there for drawing the data from the population. Analysis of covariance assumes that the adjustment treatment means those that are being computed or the estimated are based. So it assumes that the adjustment treatment means those that are being computed or estimated are based on the fact that the variables obtained due to the interaction of the covariate are negligible. The analysis of covariance is done by using linear regression. Just we have explained it already earlier that analysis of covariance is a blend, a mixture of the regression and the ANOVA. So now this assumption is coming for that point. The analysis of covariance is done by using linear regression, and which means that analysis of covariance assumes that the relationship between the independent variable and the dependent variable must be linear in nature. So which shows that the relation between independent and the dependent variable must be linear. because it will be the extension of the regression or linear regression. In analysis of covariance, the different types of the independent variables are assumed. So here we are defining the different types of independent variables to be drawn from the normal population having a mean of 0. That is very important assumption. So in the analysis of covariance, the different types of independent variables are assumed to be drawn from the normal population. So these independent variables are drawing from the normal population and whose mean is 0. The analysis of covariance assumes that regression coefficients in every group of independent variables must be homogeneous in nature. So the regression coefficients which is a part of the analysis of covariance in every group of the independent variable must be assumed as 0, must be homogeneous in nature. So analysis of covariance assumes that regression coefficients in every group of the independent variable must be homogeneous. So that is again an important assumption. Next, analysis of covariance is applied when independent variable has a powerful correlation with the dependent variable. And but it is important to remember that the independent variable in analysis of covariance do not interact with other independent variables while predicting the value of dependent variable. So just again we have we have defined this point earlier, that it will give a correlation, like powerful correlation between the independent and the dependent variable. But it is important that the independent variables in this test, in this analysis of covariance, do not interact with the other independent variables when we are just predicting about the dependent variable or finding the values of dependent variable. So that independent variable is not affected by the other independent variables. Analysis of covariance is generally applied to balance the effect of comparatively more powerful non-interacting variables, and it is necessary to balance the effect of the interaction in analysis of covariance in order to avoid uncertainty among the independent variables. Analysis of covariance is applied only in those cases where the balanced independent variable is measured on the continuous scale. Again, this is a very important point. So this test ANOVA, analysis of covariance, can be applied only in those particular type of cases where the balanced independent variable is measured on the continuous scale. So again, it is important application which restricts that this test is applied only for that cases where the balanced independent variable is measured on the continuous scale. So analysis of covariance is very important part of the ANOVA test and statistics, and students are advised to just learn this topic right with the concepts and practical applications and how to solve the numerical part of that. And this test analysis of covariance is an extension part of the extension part of the regression analysis and the ANOVA part. So it is important for the point of view of the research also, how it can be used for the different like commercial purposes and like our scientific purposes. So students are advised that just see all the part of this concept thoroughly And with this I conclude my today's lecture. Thank you.